Number 10. The existence of the One Piece. The existence of the One Piece. The One Piece treasure is the ultimate MacGuffin in the One Piece world, driving countless pirates to the Grand Line in search of fame, fortune, and the legendary treasure. It's the ultimate symbol of adventure and the goal that our protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy, and his crew, the Straw Hat Pirates, are relentlessly pursuing. Imagine all the other pirates chasing after this elusive treasure like it's the last piece of meat at a pirate buffet. You've got the pompous, the clueless, and the downright bizarre all vying for the same prize. It's like a circus, but with more cannons and less clowns. But what exactly is the One Piece? That's the million-belly question. Some say it's a mountain of gold, others think it's a powerful weapon, and there are even theories that it's a giant piece of meat, which, let's be honest, would be the most Luffy thing ever. Now, let's talk about the man behind the treasure, the enigmatic Gol D, Roger, the Pirate King himself. Roger was the only person to ever reach the end of the Grand Line and claim the title of Pirate King. Before his execution, he revealed the existence of the One Piece, setting off the Great Pirate Era. But here's the kicker, Roger didn't just leave the treasure lying around for the taking. Oh no, that would be too easy. Instead, he hid it somewhere in the Grand Line, in a place known only to him and his crew. It's like a game of hide-and-seek, but with more pirates and less seeking. Now, you might be thinking, why doesn't someone just ask Roger where he hid the treasure? Well, there's a slight problem with that plan. Roger is dead. Yup, the man who knows the location of the greatest treasure in the world is pushing up daisies. Talk about a pirate's worst nightmare. So, here we are, with Luffy and the Straw Hats sailing the Grand Line, facing off against other pirates, marines, and all sorts of crazy creatures, all in pursuit of the elusive One Piece. Will they find it? Will it be everything they hoped for? Will it turn out to be a giant rubber duck? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the journey is going to be one heck of an adventure. Number 9. Luffy's father is Dragon. If you thought Luffy was a wild card, you haven't met his pops, Monkey D. Dragon. This guy is the leader of the Revolutionary Army, the most wanted man in the world, and oh yeah, he's also Luffy's dad. Talk about a family reunion with a bang. So, how did this bombshell of a revelation come about? Well, it all started with a little bit of backstory. Turns out, Dragon wasn't always the most wanted man in the world. In fact, he used to be a marine, working under none other than Monkey D. Garp, Luffy's grandpa. Yup, it's a family affair in the world of One Piece. But Dragon wasn't content to just follow in his father's footsteps. No sir, he had bigger plans. He saw the corruption and injustice in the world, and he decided to do something about it. So, he ditched the Marines, formed the Revolutionary Army, and declared war on the world government. Talk about a midlife crisis. Now, you might be wondering, how does Luffy fit into all of this? Well, turns out, Dragon is Luffy's estranged father. Yup, the man who's been causing headaches for the world government is also the deadbeat dad who missed all of Luffy's birthdays. Talk about a family reunion with a lot of unresolved issues. But here's the kicker, despite their differences, Luffy and Dragon share a common goal, they both want to change the world. Luffy does it through his actions, inspiring others with his boundless optimism and unwavering determination. Dragon does it through his revolution, fighting to overthrow the corrupt powers that be. So, what's next for Monkey D. Dragon? Will he and Luffy ever see eye to eye? Will they team up to take down the world government? Will they ever go fishing together and have a good old father-son bonding session? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the Monkey family drama is far from over. Number 8. The true history of the world. Let's dive deep into the murky waters of the Void Century and the true history of the world of One Piece. Get ready for a ride full of twists, turns, and more conspiracy theories than you can shake a stick at. First off, what is the Void Century? Well, according to the history books, or rather, the lack thereof, the Void Century is a mysterious period of time that has been erased from the annals of history. It's like the world collectively decided to hit the delete button and pretend like a whole century never happened. Talk about sweeping things under the rug. But why is the Void Century so important? Well, that's where things get juicy. You see, during the Void Century, something big went down. Something so big that the world government doesn't want anyone to know about it. And that something is closely tied to the ancient weapons and the true history of the world. Now, let's talk about the ancient weapons. These bad boys are said to be super powerful weapons capable of mass destruction. We're talking weapons that could wipe out entire islands with a flick of a switch. Naturally, the world government doesn't want these weapons falling into the wrong hands, so they've kept them under wraps. But here's where things get interesting. The true history of the world is said to reveal the events of the Void Century and the origins of the world government. It's like the ultimate tell-all book, except instead of scandalous celebrity gossip, it's got world-changing revelations that could shake the very foundations of society. So, why is the world government so hell-bent on keeping the true history under wraps? Well, it's all about control, baby. The world government wants to maintain its grip on power, and revealing the true history could undermine that. It's like if your history textbook suddenly revealed that everything you've been taught is a lie. Mind blown. But fear not, because there are those who seek to uncover the truth. The Straw Hat Pirates, led by the fearless monkey D, Luffy, are on a mission to uncover the true history and take down the world government. It's like a pirate version of National Treasure, but with more rubbery limbs and less Nicolas Cage. So, what will the true history reveal? Will the Straw Hats succeed in their quest? Will Luffy finally figure out how to swim? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the true history is the key to unlocking the secrets of the One Piece world, and it's going to be one heck of a wild ride. Number 7, Ace's death. Portgas D. Ace, also known as Fire Fist Ace, was the adopted older brother of Monkey D. Luffy, the main protagonist of One Piece. He was also the biological son of the Pirate King Gol D. Roger, which added an extra layer of complexity to his character. Ace was introduced early in the series as the captain of the Spade Pirates and quickly became a fan favorite. His devil fruit ability, the Mera Mera no Mi, allowed him to control and create fire, earning him the nickname Fire Fist Ace. Imagine Ace as that cool older brother who always had your back, even when you didn't deserve it. He was like the barbecue master at a family cookout, always bringing the heat, literally, and cracking jokes while doing it. But Ace's life took a tragic turn during the Marineford War, one of the most epic battles in the series. Ace, being the hot-headed pirate that he was, decided to confront Admiral Akainu, one of the most powerful and ruthless enemies in the series. Now, Akainu wasn't known for his sense of humor. In fact, he was more of a burn everything to the ground kind of guy. So when Ace stood up to him, things quickly went south. Akainu unleashed his magma powers, landing a devastating blow on Ace. And just like that, in a flash of fire and smoke, Ace was gone. His death sent shockwaves through the One Piece world and left fans mourning the loss of one of their favorite characters. But Ace's death wasn't in vain. It served as a catalyst for Luffy's character development, pushing him to become stronger and more determined than ever to achieve his dream of becoming the Pirate King. So, while Ace may be gone, his legacy lives on in the hearts of his friends, his family, and fans of One Piece everywhere. And hey, who knows, maybe he's up there in the great beyond, cracking jokes and starting barbecue fires with the best of them. Number 6, the Revolutionary Army's plans. The Revolutionary Army is an underground organization led by Monkey D. Dragon, the most wanted man in the world. Their goal? To overthrow the corrupt world government and bring about a new era of freedom and justice. Think of them as the Robin Hood of the seas, stealing from the rich, world government, and giving to the poor, the oppressed citizens of the world. Picture the Revolutionary Army as a bunch of rebels with a cause, sticking it to the man with a smirk and a witty one-liner. They're like the cool kids in school who always sat at the back of the class, plotting their next prank on the principal. But what makes the Revolutionary Army so intriguing is their mysterious nature. They operate in the shadows, pulling the strings behind the scenes while the rest of the world remains unaware of their actions. They're like the puppet masters of the One Piece world, manipulating events to further their cause. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Revolutionary Army is its diverse cast of characters. From the stoic and enigmatic Monkey D. Dragon to the fiery and passionate Sabo, each member brings their own unique skills and personality to the table. It's like a dysfunctional family reunion, but with more explosions and fewer awkward conversations. But the Revolutionary Army isn't just about flashy powers and epic battles. They're also deeply ideological, with a firm belief in their cause and a willingness to fight for it, no matter the cost. They're like the ultimate rebels with a heart of gold, fighting for what they believe in and inspiring others to do the same. So, while the Revolutionary Army may operate in the shadows, their impact on the One Piece world is undeniable. They're like a spark that ignites a revolution, spreading hope and freedom to all who dare to dream of a better world. And hey, who knows, maybe one day they'll succeed in their mission and bring about the dawn of a new era in the One Piece world. Number 5, the true nature of the devil fruits. Devil fruits are mysterious fruits scattered throughout the world of One Piece. They grant the consumer incredible powers, but at a great cost. The consumer loses the ability to swim. It's like a cosmic game of, would you rather, gain awesome powers but sink like a stone, or stay afloat but miss out on all the fun? Imagine the devil fruits as the ultimate power-up, like finding a cheat code for life but with a major downside. It's like getting a superpower but having to give up your favorite food in return. Talk about a tough choice. One of the most fascinating aspects of devil fruits is their variety. There are 3 main types: Paramecia, Zoan, and Logia. Paramecia fruits grant the user superhuman abilities, Zoan fruits allow the user to transform into an animal, and Logia fruits give the user the power to transform into a natural element, such as fire or smoke. It's like a fruit salad of powers, with something for everyone, except those who can't swim, of course. But devil fruits aren't just about the powers they grant, they also have a rich history and mythology behind them. Some say they're cursed fruits, while others believe they're gifts from the sea gods. It's like a bedtime story for pirates, full of mystery and intrigue. Now, here's where things get really interesting: the awakening. Some devil fruit users have the ability to awaken their powers, granting them even greater abilities. It's like leveling up in a video game, but instead of gaining new skills, you become a walking, talking natural disaster. But as with all good things, there's a catch. Devil fruits are extremely rare, with only a limited number in existence. This scarcity has led to fierce competition among pirates and adventurers to find and consume them. It's like a treasure hunt, but instead of gold, you're searching for a fruit that could change your life forever, or at least until you sink to the bottom of the ocean. So, while devil fruits may come with their fair share of risks and drawbacks, for those brave enough to take the plunge, literally, the rewards can be truly extraordinary. Just remember, with great power comes great responsibility, and a serious aversion to swimming. Number 4, the true identity of Trafalgar Law. The true history of the world in One Piece refers to the events of the Void Century, a century-long period that has been erased from the history books by the world government. This period is shrouded in mystery, with only fragments of information surviving in the form of ancient texts and relics. Imagine the world government as that shady neighbor who always seems to be up to something. They're like the used car salesman of the One Piece world, spinning tales and hiding the truth behind a slick smile. But why would the world government go to such lengths to erase an entire century from history? Well, it turns out that the Void Century holds the key to some dark secrets that the world government would prefer to keep hidden. Secrets that could shake the very foundations of their power. One of the most significant secrets of the Void Century is the existence of the ancient weapons, powerful and destructive weapons capable of reshaping the world. These weapons are said to be the key to unlocking the true history of the world and are sought after by many, including the world government and the Straw Hat Pirates. But the true history of the world is not just about ancient weapons and hidden treasures. It's also about the people who shaped the world as we know it today. It's about the sacrifices they made, the battles they fought, and the legacies they left behind. So, while the true history of the world remains a mystery, one thing is clear: it's a story worth telling. It's a story of betrayal and redemption, of power and corruption, and of the eternal struggle between good and evil. And hey, who knows? Maybe one day someone will uncover the truth and change the world forever. Number 3, The Return of Sabo. Portgas D. Ace, also known as Fire Fist Ace, was the adopted older brother of Monkey D. Luffy, the main protagonist of One Piece. He was also the biological son of the Pirate King Gol D. Roger, which added an extra layer of complexity to his character. Ace was introduced early in the series as the captain of the Spade Pirates and quickly became a fan favorite. His Devil Fruit ability, the Mera Mera no Mi, allowed him to control and create fire, earning him the nickname Fire Fist Ace. Imagine Ace as that cool older brother who always had your back, even when you didn't deserve it. He was like the barbecue master at a family cookout, always bringing the heat, literally, and cracking jokes while doing it. But Ace's life took a tragic turn during the Marineford War, one of the most epic battles in the series. Ace, being the hot-headed pirate that he was, decided to confront Admiral Akainu, one of the most powerful and ruthless enemies in the series. Now, Akainu wasn't known for his sense of humor. In fact, he was more of a burn everything to the ground kind of guy. So when Ace stood up to him, things quickly went south. Akainu unleashed his magma powers, landing a devastating blow on Ace. And just like that, in a flash of fire and smoke, Ace was gone. His death sent shockwaves through the One Piece world and left fans mourning the loss of one of their favorite characters. But Ace's death wasn't in vain. It served as a catalyst for Luffy's character development, pushing him to become stronger and more determined than ever to achieve his dream of becoming the Pirate King. So, while Ace may be gone, his legacy lives on in the hearts of his friends, his family, and fans of One Piece everywhere. And hey, who knows, maybe he's up there in the great beyond, cracking jokes and starting barbecue fires with the best of them. Number 2, The Revelation of the Ancient Weapons. The Ancient Weapons are a trio of legendary and incredibly powerful weapons that have the potential to reshape the world. These weapons are known as Pluton, Poseidon, and Uranus, each with its own unique abilities and history. Imagine these ancient weapons as the ultimate trump cards in a game of pirate poker. They're like the royal flush of the One Piece world, capable of turning the tide of any battle and sending even the most fearsome foes running for cover. Let's start with Pluton, the ancient battleship. This bad boy is like the Ferrari of the sea, capable of unleashing devastating firepower and striking fear into the hearts of any who oppose it. It's the ultimate weapon of war, and whoever controls it holds the power to dominate the seas. Next up, we have Poseidon, the ancient mermaid princess. She's like the Aquaman of the One Piece world, with the ability to communicate with and control sea kings, the massive sea creatures that roam the oceans. With Poseidon on your side, you've got the ultimate underwater army at your disposal. And finally, we have Uranus, the mysterious and elusive third weapon. Little is known about Uranus, except that it is said to be capable of controlling the skies. Some speculate that it could be a weapon of mass destruction, capable of unleashing devastating storms or even altering the climate itself. Now, you might be wondering, who in their right mind would want to control these powerful weapons? Well, that's where the world government comes in. They're like the playground bully who wants to hoard all the toys for themselves. They see the ancient weapons as the key to maintaining their control over the world and will stop at nothing to obtain them. But the ancient weapons aren't just tools of war. They're also symbols of hope and freedom, as seen in the case of Poseidon. She's like the beacon of light in the darkness, showing that even the most powerful weapons can be used for good if wielded by the right hands. So, while the ancient weapons may be shrouded in mystery, one thing is clear: they're a force to be reckoned with in the world of One Piece. Whether they'll be used for good or evil remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure: their impact on the world will be legendary. Number 1. The betrayal of the world government. The world government is the governing body of the One Piece world, comprising the leaders of the world's most powerful nations. They maintain order and control over the seas through their powerful military force, the Marines, and their intelligence agency, the Cipher Pals. They're like the ultimate authority figures, with the power to shape the course of history itself. Picture the world government as that snooty rich kid who thinks they're better than everyone else. They're like the school bully who always gets their way, except instead of stealing lunch money, they're manipulating nations and covering up dark secrets. But what happens when the ultimate authority figures are the ones who can't be trusted? That's where the betrayal comes in. The world government has a long history of shady dealings and underhanded tactics, but their biggest betrayal came with the reveal of their true intentions. You see, the world government isn't just about maintaining order and justice. They're also about maintaining their own power and control, even if it means sacrificing innocent lives and manipulating events to suit their agenda. They're like the corrupt politician who smiles for the cameras while lining their pockets with dirty money. One of the most shocking revelations about the world government is their involvement in covering up the true history of the world, known as the Void Century. This century-long period has been erased from history books, and for good reason. It holds the key to some dark secrets that the world government would prefer to keep hidden, but the biggest betrayal of all came with the reveal of the ancient weapons, powerful and destructive weapons capable of reshaping the world. These weapons were created during the Void Century and are said to be the key to unlocking the true history of the world. Instead of using these weapons for good, the world government has sought to control them, using them as tools of fear and oppression. So, while the world government may claim to stand for justice and order, their actions speak louder than words. They're like the wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending to be the saviors of the world while secretly plotting its downfall. And hey, who knows, maybe one day someone will rise up and expose their lies, bringing about a new era of truth and justice in the One Piece world.